Honey! I need a dress watch.
But you don't ever go anywhere!
I might.
Oh, really? Where do you ever go?
To the mailbox. Gotta look sharp. Oops, another watch. And now, welcome back to another episode of totally sane and completely under control watch collecting. Back to the studio.
Welcome back, my fellow watch hunters. This is the second mystery watch bag from my last flea market trip, and I think there might be some really nice pieces in this one. So yeah, let's open it up and see what we got. Alright, first watch out of the bag is... This is interesting. Ricoh quartz. Nice clean white dial, simple indices, and a day date window at 3. And it still has the original sticker on the case back, which is always nice. Keeps it looking almost new underneath. Ricoh is actually one of those Japanese brands that made both mechanical and quartz watches. Not as well known as Seiko or Citizen, but still a proper manufacturer. Pretty cool. Not in perfect condition, but still a nice simple vintage piece. Alright, next one. Leijona, 17 jewels. So this is a proper mechanical watch. Simple dial, Arabic numerals, small seconds down at 6, very classic layout. Leijona is one of those well-known Finnish market brands. A lot of these were made in Switzerland and imported, so we often get solid movements inside. Quite common watches here, as you have seen on my other videos. Case shows some wear, strap looks very old school, but overall this has that nice vintage feel that I like. Cool, honest little mechanical piece. Certina Bristol 230. Now that is a proper watch. Crystals seem to be cracked, but that can be easily replaced. Let's see if it's running. And it is running. Perfect. Nice black dial, Arabic numerals, small seconds at 6. Very classic, almost military style layout. Certina is a solid Swiss brand, been around since the late 1800s, and especially in the 60s they were known for making very reliable mechanical watches. And inside this one we have a Certina 2810, manual wind movement. 17 jewels, simple construction, but these are known to be very robust and easy to service. And value-wise, these can go roughly from about 100 up to maybe 250 euros, depending on condition and service. So yeah, this one definitely has some potential. Very happy with this one. I hope I can find a crystal for this. It also needs a better looking strap. That was a really nice find, and for 20 euros this bag was a steal. Alright, next one. Citizen Quartz 7. And another cracked crystal. Nothing fancy here, just a solid quartz piece that will probably run forever. Bracelet looks original, which is nice. And overall condition is actually pretty decent. Citizen, stainless steel, water resist, so nothing too special. Yeah, pretty standard quartz Citizen, good everyday beater watch. Alright, next one. Oh, this is cool. Citizen quartz. Nice gold tone case. Integrated bracelet. Very 80s design. I really like the color of the bracelet and the dial. And that shiny part in the middle of the dial looks very nice. Buttons are all there. Original bracelet and a nice clasp. Let's see what we have on the back. And the serial number puts this to around November 1987. Condition looks decent, somewhere on the plating, but nothing too bad. Not a high value piece, but definitely a cool vintage design. Alright, next one. Leijona. Nice and simple, clean white dial, Arabic numerals, very easy to read. 3 ATM water resistance, so yeah, don't go swimming with this. And the strap seems to be disintegrating. This is more of a modern quartz watch, nothing mechanical here. Very basic, very straightforward, kind of a no-nonsense everyday watch. Alright, next one. Milljonär. Okay, now this is actually quite interesting. Shiny dark brown dial, button indices, 17 jewels. Inca block, so we do have a proper mechanical movement inside. This is actually a Swedish brand. These were even sold in Finland through mail order, like from magazines. Most of these came in chrome cases, and a lot of the designs actually imitate Atlantic watches. So basically, this is like a poor man's Atlantic. And fun fact, these were also known as smuggle watches back in the day. Because in Finland, watch imports were heavily restricted and taxed, so people brought these in from Sweden, sometimes not exactly officially, all the way into the late 60s. So yeah, not a luxury piece, but actually a really cool bit of Nordic watch history. Very interesting case back with a tank and a missile. Could this be a military unit symbol? Let me know if you have an idea what this tank and missile symbol means. After a good charge and some manipulating, it seems to run. This is a cool one and not a bad looking watch. I'll add a nice strap and do some more testing if it keeps time. Nice little find. Okay, one more 80s Citizen. Ouch, that crystal is rough. At this point it's less crystal and more frosted privacy glass. And the serial starts with 81. First digit is the year, second digit is the month. That gives us January, in a year ending in 8. Given the style, this from the late 80s, so 1988. Alright, last watch in the bag, a pocket watch, Saint Moritz. Sounds fancy, but this might be just a dial name, most likely made by a Swiss manufacturer and sold under this brand, pretty common back in the day. Still, a proper mechanical pocket watch, and a nice way to end the bag. And it works. That's cool. One more working pocket watch to my collection. Not bad at all to end the bag with. Oh, almost forgot. Wrist check. Today I'm wearing a Seiko SSB 479. A Speedmaster inspired design, but with that Seiko reliability. Very underrated piece. I paid about $299 for this. And honestly, for that price, it's an amazing watch. Alright, that was it. Some really interesting pieces in this one. In my opinion, the Certina definitely stole the show, but I also really liked the Milljonär. That one has a lot of character. And honestly, with a nice strap, it's going to look really amazing. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode, because I did a bit of online shopping, and you know what that means. Yeah, the madness continues. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing.